If you're starting high ticket sales in 2025 and you're trying to find your first gold mine offer, and maybe you've been applying on LinkedIn, maybe you've been networking, outreaching through the DMs, and none of those are working, and you're grinding in the complete wrong direction, you're losing hope, you're on the verge of giving up, I'm here to tell you that it's okay. Ryan is here. And in this video, I'll be going over the exact tangible steps I've helped myself and 50 plus others in Living Unchained to find, land, and keep these gold mine offers. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight in. So the 3 ways that I'm going to be teaching you guys how to find and keep these gold mine offers is through networking, outreaching, and branding yourself as a setter or a closer. And I'll show you guys this a little bit later. But starting off with networking, this is a very cliche saying, as you guys already know, you are the average of the 5 people you hang around. So right now, maybe in your hometown, maybe you're working a 9 to 5, it's very likely you're surrounded by people who are just drinking, working, sleeping, partying, sometimes drinking. No one's really making any money online. Like, no one's appointment setting, no one's closing. It's just you who wants to figure out a way to make this work. And the thing is with networking is you want to be able to surround yourself with people that are already where you want to be. That's exactly what I did. Coming out to Thailand, I just knew there's so many people, like, well, everyone out here is making money online somehow, some way, especially with remote sales, which is why I chose to come out here, just so I could surround myself with people who are already in the position I wanted to be in. So that way I could learn what skills they have, what offers they're on, and how I can connect and just build up my network entirely on very high level people instead of just people who were in the same situation that I was in. So with networking, it literally determines on who you know in the remote sales space, that determines on how much you make, because that correlates directly with the offer that you're on, depends on how much you're able to earn. Just because you can have the best salesman in the world on the worst offer in the world, and he's gonna be making absolute shit in pennies, compared to the worst salesman in the world on the best offer in the world, he's gonna be absolutely balling out of control. And if all of your connections are broke and offerless, then that's likely to be you right now. Just like I told you guys, if you're back home in the States, UK, Australia, wherever you may be in the world, it's very likely that no one's really making money online, because if you're making money online, why would you want to stay somewhere where the inflation is only getting worse, the state of the economy, all the people are just like complete degenerates, Western girls are brainwashed. Like, why would you want to stay there if you're making money online? You want to go to some place where people would go if they're making $10,000 a month or more online, which is thus why I chose Bangkok. And you can choose Dubai, Miami is even a good, New Zealand, Bali. All of these places are very good to go to, especially if you're trying to make money online, because everyone there very likely is making money online. Now, of course, it is absolutely crucial you're able to make the right connections to land a gold mine offer, just because, like, if you're connecting with very low level people, especially if you're coming out here to Bangkok and you're just meeting up with the people that are in Nana Plaza, Soy Cowboy, those are all very low level people who are just on holiday. You want to be absolutely certain that you're being able to meet with people that are already in the position that you want to be in. And of course, you do want to be very genuine and authentic as possible and provide as much value as you can. I know you're very low level right now, but that doesn't mean you have to stay very low level forever. That just means, like, let's just say you're meeting up with this 7-figure business owner and you have $0 to your name. That's actually one of the situations I've been in for myself. But the thing is, like, everyone has some type of value that they can add to another person's life. So for myself, I'm in very good shape, very good with girls, but the 7-figure business owner wasn't too sharp with girls, wasn't in the best shape. So the best way you can provide value in that type of situation is to look at whoever you're talking to, exchanging a conversation with, maybe trying to get some value from that other person. Try to provide as much value as you can to help that other person, either in the physical realm, the dating realm, whatever it may be. Because if he's gonna be helping you financially, you don't just wanna take. You wanna give as much back as you can as well, so that way it's more of an equal transaction. And of course, if you do come off as needy, no one will ever give you a chance. Like, if you meet up with a 7-figure entrepreneur, you have $0 to your name, you don't want to be asking him for money. You're like, look, just give me $500, $5,000, I'll pay you back soon. Like, no one's ever gonna give you that. You just want to be able to kind of have that poker face of, like, you're not broke. That's exactly what I did, just so that way you can build up that connection long term. Because if you come up to him, you're needy, you're like, yo, I don't have any money, can I borrow some? that's not going to turn out the right way how you think it might turn out. You just want to provide as much value as you can and just be as genuine and authentic as possible. Just because he's making 7 figures a year, obviously he can help you financially in terms of like being able to get you the right connections on the right offer, and that'll be able to kind of help you progress a lot further and make a lot more money than just asking for a measly $500 from him right there on the spot. So just make friends with people who are doing very good numbers and have no intentions behind like what you're trying to do. And of course it is very hard, especially because each and every single human, they only do care about themselves. No one is truly living for other people. So just do the best as you can to be as authentic and genuine as possible, because to be completely authentic myself and to be completely genuine, you always do have some type of hidden intention, whether you like it or not. Even if you're trying to be genuine, you're trying to be nice and give, you still have a hidden intention on why you're doing it. It's literally impossible to have an selfish or selfless act. And then with outreaching, this is very, very important. So if you guys have a pen, paper, go ahead and jot this down. Let me make sure we're still recording here. All right. So yeah, most people that are trying to land an offer are absolutely lazy and just complete losers, to be honest. Like all the things I've seen from just normal people that are trying to find these gold mine offers, they're just DMing people. Just like a message, hey, I'm an appointment setter, hey, I'm a closer, I'd love to close all of your leads, and that's it. No video, no anything like that, just a simple typed message that takes 1 second. And yeah, with this, it just shows that there's no effort whatsoever. They don't stand out at all, and they're just doing the absolute minimum, which will just leave them at the bottom for their entire lives. Just because, especially with remote sales, if you're trying to land your first gold mine offer, it's absolutely crucial that you stand out, because if you don't, you're gonna get lost in the sauce and no one's gonna take you seriously. No one's ever gonna give you a chance, because there's people that are giving 100% effort when you're only giving 1%. You just won't ever make it. And with outreaching, this can be your secret weapon and land you a gold mine offer like Jan, who went from $0 to I think $43,000 in like 63 days. I'm not sure of the exact figures. It's literally in the case studies on my YouTube channel. You guys can go watch that. But yeah, I mean, most people, they just lose hope and give up, especially when you're just outreaching in the DMs, just because like there's literally no way you're gonna land an offer like that, which kind of makes sense why people give up. But with outreaching, personalized videos, selling yourself with very high energy and maximum authenticity is the best way in terms of like, if it's just you, no network, this is definitely the best way to go about finding your first gold mine offer. Now, I'll give you guys a quick guide. There's a bunch of other guides that go a lot more in depth with this. But with outreaching, let's just say you find Bob. You're Bob. I'll be talking to you. You're a day trading coach. Your business makes $200,000 cash collected per month. You have 50,000 plus subscribers on YouTube, get over 10,000 views a video. And I found that you have a high ticket offer through the shadow funnel strategy, which you guys can go watch the video, I think a few days ago, like how to find high ticket remote sales jobs. I'll go a lot more in depth in that video, but here I'll just give you guys a quick example. Hey Bob, my name is Ryan Little. I'm 22 years old, living in Bangkok, Thailand. I really love and respect what you're doing, helping people change and level up their lives with day trading. Now Bob, I know you're driving Lamborghinis in Dubai, but I would love to call and close all of your old cold dead leads, so that way there's no risk to you whatsoever. Now Bob, I know you're very busy, so no need to respond, and I can't wait to hear back from you. So guys, that's right off the dome, but just something like that where you're just introducing yourself, your name, your age, where you're living, what your goals are, and just leaving no risk to them. So that way it's like a no-brainer type of offer. If there's no risk on them, why would they say no? And then from there, you just want to attack them from each and every single angle, both of their emails, their Instagram, their Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, as many different platforms as you can find these people on. You just want to send that video, that personalized video, to each and every single person that you're able to find that has a qualified high ticket offer that lines up with the niche that you're trying to sell for. So then from there, with outreaching, you want to do at least 5 different people a day for at least 30 days. And if you do that, it's literally inevitable that you find a gold mine high ticket offer. But of course, you do want to make sure the quality is good, the lighting, you're dressed up, you're freshly shaved, you look handsome. I know you guys won't be as handsome as me, but you can try your best. But yeah, then from there, I just went over this, the shadow funnel strategy. From YouTube, you can go to their bio. There's an email there, that's just their business one. Not very likely to get a response there. But the second email that you can get is through the Shadow Funnel Strategy. You can go through their funnel, and that's in their bio, their description of their YouTube videos, and just click through there until you get to a page called the landing page, where there's a VSL, a nice little video, watch that through. And most likely, the very beginning or at the end, there's an option to book a call, and then there's a high ticket offer. And then as you book a call, make sure you put your real email, make sure you're a highly qualified prospect. And then once you book a call, you get an email from either the offer owner, the closer, and then that way you have now 2 more emails to reach out to send this personal outreach video to. And then from there, you can just want to find them on Instagram. Then on Instagram, you just DM this video. And then, before you DM them that video, make sure you put a message before that, just so that way they know what the video is. They don't want to think it's like some type of a weird video or anything like that. And then secondly, what you can do on Instagram as well is set up a different account. Make sure you post some professional pictures, remote appointment setter, remote closer in the bio. And then on your story, post this personalized video and then tag the influencer in that story. Now, you just want to do this once a day. All the other ones you can do 5 a day, but on the story, only do that once. Just because if you do 5 personalized outreach videos on the story every single day, and the influencers watch it, they see all the other influencers that you're reaching out to, and it doesn't really feel that personalized anymore. So do that once a day. And then of course you can find them on Facebook, do the exact same thing in the Instagram as you did in the Instagram DMs, find them on Twitter, and then do it 5 times a day. Track everything in a Google Sheets tracker, so that we can figure out who answered, who didn't answer, who you need to follow up with, all that type of jazz. And then from there, you're just building up your reputation. That's very crucial, especially long-term, personal branding. You just want to be able to know and put yourself out there, post on your stories, have a very professional page. You don't want to be drinking, screwing around with different ladyboys. You don't want to have these types of pictures or reels in your page. You want to just have smoking cigars, beautiful girls, just nothing too degenerate. There's like a very fine line you cross where it's just a little bit too much. As well as if you're hopping from offer to offer, like you're hopping on 1 week, making a few $100s, getting onboarded, then quitting, hopping on another one just because you're impatient to see what could happen on that offer, that will be kind of passed around. The remote sales space isn't as big as you guys think in terms of people who are actually running these offers. So it's very important that you're very mindful and aware of the reputation that you have for yourself, and to keep it at a very high standard of super hardworking. You don't give up, you're very persistent, you have very good perseverance and all that type of stuff. Now, of course, you just want to be able to take care of this, as it will either help you or destroy your chances long-term in remote sales. And this will guarantee you solidify your reputation and help you make more money. And that just means just being very genuine, authentic, very hardworking. Always go the extra mile on these offers. So that way, whenever you do leave, just because all these offers, they don't last forever. You're literally just selling thin air. That they always remember you for being super hardworking, very genuine, very authentic, very high energy, very motivated, and that you're not some loser. Now from there, you obviously need skills to be able to set appointments and close deals. So you want to be able to level up these skills as fast as possible, because otherwise, if you hop on these offers, if you follow my methods and you land your first gold amount offer, then you're gonna be absolutely clueless, especially if you don't have these skills honed in. So the best way to learn these skills is, of course, you can get a mentor, coach, you can read books, watch YouTube videos. And I think the best way personally is just going out there in the world, being social, having conversations with people, and just using the skill of sales as if it's fun. Let's just say you're hanging out with the boys, that maybe you're all being lazy, even yourself, and you guys know you want to go to the gym, or maybe you want to go boxing. Just try to convince them. Be like, yo guys, what are you guys doing? You guys want to go to the gym? Then they're like, no. Then try to just overcome their objections. Just have some fun with it. That's all sales is just conversations, changing people's lives, and just changing one ways of thinking. So just being able to do that, that'll be able to level up your skills very fast. Now, of course, some final tips for you guys. You want to be able to work on your tonality. Your tonality is very, very important, so that way you can keep the people that you're talking to, these prospects, in tune with what you're saying, especially when you're pitching or you're asking questions. You're going to learn the uptones, the downtones, the speed of how fast you're talking, how clear you're talking, and everything in between. Your communication skills will be leveling up over time anyways. But some of the best ways I found to level up your skills is just to be very conscious and aware of the words that are coming out of your mouth, whether it's an up tone, a down tone, how fast you're talking. You can talk slow, you can talk fast, there's so many different ways, but I think just reading 10 pages out loud a day of any book of your choice, that's a very good way to do it, and just record yourself as well. So that way you can see what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, how you can work on your tonality. Just because when I first started out, my voice, my tonality was absolutely monotone. One of my chief sales officers, he was listening to one of my setting calls when I was first starting out, and it was so bad. I just sound like a robot. Like AI could have definitely replaced me on that call. Like it would have been a lot better than me just doing that call. But yeah, just making sure you have very good tonality so that way you're just more in tune, and it just makes it a lot more kind of fun, more entertaining when you're talking to the people, playing with your words, your tonality, instead of just talking like a robot with no emotion, no tonality. Then you'll get bored of yourself, the prospect will probably hang up, fall asleep, even worse. So you're gonna be able to just have fun with it. And then of course, just go where the money is. And I mean that like anywhere in the world. You don't wanna just stay in your hometown. I chose Bangkok just because it is cheaper, but there is so much money here. There's Lamborghinis, everyone's making like 10K, 50K, 100K a month. It's just an absolute cheat code to be here instead of back home in the States just because it's cheaper. Get a lot more bang for your buck. The women are beautiful, the weather is beautiful. Everyone's already printing. No one's a Grab driver, no one's working at 7-Eleven. Everyone's making money online, whether that be remote sales, e-commerce, day trading, Forex, crypto, all these types of things. And then from there, work at least 2 to 4 times harder than everyone else, especially if you're just starting out and you land your first gold mine offer. Look at the other setters, look at the other closers, look at what they're doing in terms of their output, input, and the offer, in terms of like their outbound calls as a setter, or how many calls they're taking as a closer, how many days are they working, and just do at least 2 or 3 times the amount of work that they're doing. So that way, even if you're absolute shit at sales, you have no idea what you're doing, you're at least putting in the effort and putting in the input. So that way the offer owner, the CSO, he sees what you're doing, the effort, he's listening to your calls, he kind of knows your shit. You have no idea what you're doing, but he sees the initiative. And when they see this initiative, this is exactly what happened to me, so I know this is true. They'll go over to you, they'll be like, yo, I know your shit right now, but I see that you're doing great numbers. And they'll know that if you're doing those same numbers and you have the skills, then you'll be taking their offer to new heights. So they'll be very willing to train you one-on-one, so that way you can level up your skills as fast as possible, and you'll be able to guarantee your spot and solidify your position as either a setter or a closer. And then of course, you always want to be well groomed. Get at least a haircut like every 2 weeks max. At least, like I go like once, 1.5 weeks. But it just depends on how fast your hair grows and everything like that. But just make sure you're well groomed, not a shaggy beard. Keep everything lined up, and you also want to be in the best shape as you can be. Eat good, don't drink any alcohol and no weed. And just be very consistent, persevere, never give up, because most people that try remote sales, day trading, all of these different online businesses, they think it's a scam. And that's because they scam themselves. They try them, failure comes up like always, because life, it will test you to see if you're deserving of the life that you want. And the thing is, most people do give up. They go back to the 9-to-5, the corporate life. But if you don't give up and you overcome these failures, you learn what not to do next time, you learn from them and overcome them and move the needle forward to where you want to go, then you'll eventually progress to the point where you're making and achieving the goals that you originally set out for yourself. And then from there, just knowing, last but not least, just knowing you're gonna be shit at first. Of course, starting out with anything, riding a bike, talking to girls, fighting, anything of the sort, like any type of skill, you're gonna be shit at first, and you just need to be okay with that. But the only thing you need to understand is the only thing that you can do is get better. You're not gonna get any worse by doing the skill of sales. Like, you're only going to get better over time. And the beauty of sales is, like, you're never gonna be perfect. You're never gonna be the best. Like, it's like an art form. Like, you can keep improving your craft each and every single day. But yeah, other than that, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. It seems like it recorded the entire time, so thank God. But yeah, we're going back to Bangkok now. We're about to set up in a 4-bed, 4-bath, 5-bath house, apartment, villa, I'm not sure, in Bangkok with the boys. So it's gonna be an absolute blast. We're in Malaysia right now. Check out the crib. If you guys can guess how much this crib was for 2 nights, I'll send you guys $20, but it's very unlikely anyone watched to this point. But yeah, other than that, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I will see you guys tomorrow.